All right, guys, what's going on? Happy Friday, TGIF, Friday, April the 15th, 2022. Appreciate you all tuning in. I am Chris Phillips, your host of the Daily Crow of the Spurs Up Show. As always, appreciate you all. I see Rebecca, the first comment of the day. How about it? What's going on, Rebecca? Appreciate you. Also, guys, in the Big Cock Club Discord, have the TDC Questions channel, the TDC Questions channel, to be sure that your questions are answered there. Again, very excited to chat with you all here on this Friday. We've got a lot to get into, a very big day. As I really feel like tonight, we really kick off, and today we kick off the big Gamecock weekend. Of course, it started last night in not so grand fashion, and I know many of us, including yours truly, really just don't even want to talk about it. But we can. That's why we're here. We can do so. But really excited to get a chat with you guys. Great podcast drop this morning, episode 637, a full breakdown of the spring game that will be taking place tomorrow. So really, really great stuff there, guys. Top storylines, players to watch for, what I most want to see from the spring game, expectations for it, all that good stuff. Also, we talked the latest in regards to over-under win totals. We talked the ESPN FPI a little bit. So really, really exciting stuff. Again, guys, we are taking your questions, your comments, and your calls as well. 843-790-3377. That is 843-790-3377. Let's see. I see Panic Ritter in here panicking. Chase Youngblood, John Kruger, Travie, Noah Johns. What is going on? Appreciate you all. Like I said, I want to hear from you. Really excited to chat with you guys here on this Friday. Also, very excited tonight. We are going to be out hanging out with the Bourbon Boys out at Bourbon on Main. Their first ever event, guys. Really, really excited for that. Gamecock Bourbon Society, guys, if you did not know. Let's see. If you did not know, yeah, again, we had them on the podcast on Wednesday, talked about the event, all that good stuff. And the event will be tonight, 5 to 8, Bourbon on Main. You actually have to have tickets, of course. But if you do have tickets, hope to see you there. Going to be stopping by, dropping off some merch. Those guys, I won't be there too long just because the baseball game is at 7 o'clock tonight. So going to stop in for a spell, if you will. And have a little bit of bourbon, have some food, shake hands, say what's up to everybody. Steven Garcia is going to be there as well. So it's going to be a great night, man. It's just going to be a great weekend in the City of Dreams. It's going to be a great weekend in the City of Dreams. So many great Gamecocks I know coming into town, and looking forward to hanging out with you guys. We can talk about whatever on this show, guys. We can. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't want to talk baseball. I don't. I see Panic Ritter panicking. Let me ask you this. Like, at this point, are you even getting upset anymore? I mean, is there any point in even getting upset anymore? What's the point in you losing your cool over this baseball team? Like, what's the point? Ritter, we have who we have, Ritter. We have who we have. Like, what's the point? What is the point? Like, I just almost feel like I on one hand, I mean, this baseball team is horrid for business. Horrid. It's horrid for business. Like, guys, again, I tell you all the time, I have a different vantage point when it comes to gauging the fan base and the interest level and overall just how you guys are feeling in regards to Gamecocks athletics. And I can tell you this, guys. I mean, last night, for example, right? And our content does really, really well. And I'll tell you this, too, because it's funny. There's some folks out there say, well, this video got this many views, and this video got this, and this got this. It's like, dude, when you're posting 10 to 12 pieces of content a day, they're not all going to pop. But that's why you're losing, because you think you need to go viral one post a day. It's about mass creating content. You do that, that's how you win. So not every piece of content is going to have 10,000 views. Heck, the video of me swinging a golf club the other day has like 13,000. So explain that. Anyways, that's sort of beside the point. Like, just to give you guys an idea of how little people care right now. My post-game reaction videos, you're all very well aware of them. I do them after every single South Carolina sporting event, after every single game. And they're normally getting between 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, whatever views, whatever. That's pretty much standard par for the course. The one that I posted last night at, I think it was around 11 o'clock after the game ended. The one I posted last night, as we sit here right now, 13 hours later after it's been posted, has 302 views. That's not an indictment on me that like my content is bad. It's an indictment on that nobody gives a shit. And I can't even blame you. Like I can't even blame you, man. The most fun part of the game last night was honestly hanging out with Beth and Van Clark. Shout out to them. If you don't know who the heck I'm talking about, they are the caretakers of Sir Big Spur. Awesome people. If you never met them, they're at every baseball game. I highly, highly suggest they'll be out there for the spring game also. Highly suggest you saying hey to them. They're incredible people. That was the most fun part of the game last night, though. I mean, really. So, I mean, it's just, but what is there even to get upset about anymore, man? We just suck. We just suck. And I know the baseball guys are irritated with me. I know they are. I see what people like and all that on social media. I see players liking replies to my certain things I've said. I get it. It's fine. But we suck, man. We suck. I mean, we royally suck, dude. I mean, there's just nothing to get upset about anymore. We're just terrible. We're just terrible. It's not fun. It's not fun feeling like you're playing for nothing. And that's just what it feels like right now. Feels like we're playing for nothing. So, I mean, there's listen. Sorry, guys. I just had to clear my throat for some reason. Yeah, I just, guys, I'm as big a baseball guy as they come. You all know that. Like, I love baseball. Not even just Carolina baseball, but just baseball in general. I mean, obviously, I love Gamecock baseball. I'm to the point, though, guys, I'll be honest with you. Hey, spring game's about to happen tomorrow. Spring game happens tomorrow. And, we've got next week. And then the following week, I will be out of town for about half the week on a bachelor trip. But going into like the month of May, where it's just truly baseball, like that's all we have going on in the month of May is baseball. I'm really considering just firing up the NCAA football, the streaming content, like early. Because I feel like people would rather watch me or watch a simulation of a fake college football game than watch our baseball team play. And I can't even blame you because I'm the same way, guys. At this point, I'm not having fun going to the field anymore. I'm not having fun going to the yard anymore. It's not fun. Like, games aren't fun. I'm like looking for any excuse not to go. But I'm trying to keep perspective. Like, you know what, man? No matter how bad we are, it's going to be summer. I'm like, man, I'd just love to go watch some baseball right now. So, I'm trying to keep that perspective. I'm trying to keep that perspective. It's hard, though. It's hard. And guys, this weekend, hey, I am not going to. Let me put it to you this way. I'm not going to go on record with any statement today and go into the weekend with that energy. I'm really just focused on enjoying the spring game tomorrow, family, friends coming in town. I don't want to light a torch today and carry it through the weekend. I don't feel like doing that, right? Because again, as I've told you all before, guys, I'm always going to keep it a buck and keep it genuine. But when you do what I do, you do have to sort of pick and choose your battles and pick and choose your spots, right? You do, to a degree. Like, that's something I've learned. But it's coming. But it's coming. It is. It's coming. Because this season's not getting turned around. It's not. It's not. The season's not getting turned around. Even if we win the next two, guys, this weekend, we'll probably go lose 2 of 3 or get swept against Auburn. You know, like this season is not getting turned around. This season's dead. I hate to say that. This season's dead. This season's dead. Flat out. So if you guys really want to talk, but again, we're beating our head against the wall talking baseball. Well, we couldn't hit last night. Well, we just can't hit. We just can't hit. Well, we didn't pitch well. We just don't pitch well. Like the numbers tell you what we are. The numbers tell you what we are. We have the worst ERA and the worst batting average in the conference. We are who we are. You know, there's no like gray area with this team. We are who we are. It's not like, well, man, we're doing this well, but not this. We're doing this well, but not this. Why isn't this We're bad across the board, guys. Like, we're not good in a single area. Maybe fielding. I mean, the numbers tell the story. Like, you don't have to ask, Chris, what about the – go look at the stats. I mean, I feel bad, like I said, because I'm going to keep doing post-game. I'm going to keep watching, guys. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not sitting here telling you that. But I feel like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. It's just, well, we can't hit, we can't pitch, and that's how you get your ass beat. I mean, that's it. What else is there to say? The numbers tell you. No, Brian Dean, I wouldn't give anybody a pass because of injuries. I don't give a damn, man. I really don't. Sorry about it. Sorry about it. Nope, I wouldn't give a pass. I just, I don't know, man. I'm frustrated as hell. I'm frustrated as all hell, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm frustrated because there's no fix. There's no fix, man. It's just literally, what are we, 16 and 17? There's 23 more. It's just a countdown to the end. It's just a countdown to the end of the season. That's all it is. That's all it is. Oh, thank God there's only 23 more to go. And I hate to be saying that. I hate to be saying that. That's the point we've reached, though. That's just the point we've reached. So, you know. Anyways, would love to hear from you all. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377, guys. In case you missed, by the way, weather tomorrow. Looks like it might be a wet one a little bit early, but weather should subside around like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so should not affect the spring game at all. I saw somebody just comment on Twitter. Would they postpone the spring game because of wet field conditions? Guys, Willie B is built for like to handle some rain. So we'll be totally fine. We'll be totally fine. How does it affect baseball? I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, guys, like I said, we dropped a great podcast this morning. I'm not going to spend the next hour and 45 minutes harping on the baseball team. If some miracle happens and we turn it, you got Hall and Sanders on the bump the next 2 days. Maybe those guys can really just put the entire team on their back and somehow, but I'm not going to spend the next hour, 45 minutes bitching and complaining about the baseball team. I just, you know what I mean? Like what is the point? I mean, it's just, nobody wants to talk about it. It's not an enjoyable topic. So I'm not going to do that. I mean, if you guys have questions, certainly I'll answer them. If you want to call in and vent or say whatever, you guys are more than welcome, but I'm just not going to beat a dead horse and beat you guys' brains in on how bad the baseball team is, especially when we have the spring game tomorrow. Travi, I appreciate it, man, on the podcast. Yeah, like I said, episode 637 drop. There are some shows you drop them and you feel like, man, like that one was, a little bit better maybe than the norm, and not to say that I feel like the normal is not great, but it's just different when you're talking football. Like, for example, I mean, I went 45 minutes easily talking spring game. So, guys, everything you need to know a full breakdown of the spring game Top storylines, players to watch for, what I'm most looking forward to from both offense, defense, my projected MVP, all that good stuff for tomorrow's spring game. Really, really good stuff. Highly suggest you check it out. iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Podcasts. You already know the drill there. Jeff Gullidge says, I know we won't have a full idea of how it will be next year as a football team after this weekend, but am I crazy to think the Arkansas game is an important game next year? It won't define the season, but could it be an impact? Yeah, Jeff, I mean, you're not crazy at all. We've said that many times. Certainly it's an important game, man. I mean, it's your first SEC game, no matter who you're playing. That's an important game. And yeah, I think it'll, I don't know if measuring stick's quite the right word, but it will give you a pretty good indication of where you are. You know what I mean? Because Arkansas is a good team. They're not a great team. They're a good team. And you're on the road. But it's a game where, listen, if you lose, it's not like, oh, season's over, we had to win that one. But if you win it, it does open up, I think, a whole new door of possibilities when it comes to the, the outlook of your season. So, the outlook of your season. Let's see. Again, guys, spring game tomorrow night. Crazy, man. Crazy that's actually happening tomorrow night. I really just can't wait to hang out with a bunch of great Gamecocks, man. Like I said, we're going to see you all out tonight at Gamecock Bourbon, their event. Bourbon on Main. Going to see you at the baseball game tonight. Going to see you tomorrow at the baseball game, at the spring game. Going to be a really, really good time. Todd Faulkner says, can't wait for the spring game. Yeah. Austin Greer, I'm curious why you chose Beal Smith on your top. I know he's had a good spring, but I don't see him being a top back. Well, see, Austin, I disagree. I think Christian Beal Smith's actually the one guy I'm most intrigued about in regards to the running back room. I think he could be our starter. I mean, we're just talking about a guy that literally led Wake Forest in rushing, a potent Wake Forest offense, not just some middle of the road offense. So, I think Lloyd's a question mark due to his injury history. I don't know what to think about Lavoisier Carroll. Rashad Amos didn't even really play last year. Juju McDowell, it's like, how do they use him? But I don't think he's a bell cow back. He's not a 20, 25 carries per game back. So I think Christian Beal Smith's got every opportunity to win the job. I really do. So I know maybe we'll disagree there. But, I mean, it's wide open. But I'm intrigued to see Christian Beal Smith. I like his game a lot. So I think he's going to make a huge impact for us in that running back room. Let's see. Rebecca says, who misses me calling in? Cody Gaskins, are you all right, my guy? Waiting to get an MRI. Are you all right, Cody? What in the world happened? What in the world happened to you, my guy? Jeff Gullidge feel like that game will be SEC game of the week. Yeah, certainly. I mean, yeah, wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, Todd Faulkner. Tomorrow night's going to be special. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. So let's see. Again, guys. South Carolina State. I thought it was South Carolina. South Carolina State. Yeah, really excited for the spring game, man. I know I told you guys before, hey, it's a glorified scrimmage. Don't try to take too much. Don't draw conclusions from a spring game. And I still stand behind that in the sense of, don't draw hard conclusions. But on that note, to be fair, I think tomorrow we can start to get a glimpse a little bit at some players, and I talked about this on the podcast that dropped this morning. What I most want to see, it's a balancing act, and I think you heard Shane Beamer speak on that, because you don't just want the offense to run roughshod over your defense, and you also don't want your defense to dominate the spring game and your offense have no success. And of course, right, fans are showing up. It's a bit of a production. Like, call it for what it is, right? It is a little bit. I mean, this is an opportunity for Shane Beamer and South Carolina football to showcase themselves, especially when you have the level of recruits that are going to be in the building tomorrow night. But I do want to see some offensive explosiveness, especially when Spencer Rattler's in the game. I mean, listen, this is a huge year upcoming. I think we all agree, a make or break year for Marcus Satterfield, the Gamecocks offensive coordinator. You added so many pieces offensively, and of course, offense was the problem last season, finishing 116th in the country. At least starting to see some glimpses, right? Seeing some glimpses from a Spencer Rattler, seeing some glimpses from a guy like an Antoine Wells that we've heard about all preseason, seeing glimpses from a guy like Josh Vann and maybe some of those other receivers you picked up, and your returners as well, the tight end position. I know you're going to have some guys that are obviously going to be out, so you're maybe not going to get a full look at what you're going to put on the field in the fall. But for the offensive side, that's what I most want to see. You just want to see that there's been some sort of progression, and you want to see that things do look different in a positive manner with Spencer Rattler out there under center. I mean, certainly he's the moving point, or excuse me, he's the needle. He's moving the needle in this spring game. So again, you really want to see that from him, just seeing that offensive progression and seeing some explosiveness in the spring game. Again, I think most fans, if you do see that, you see a couple touchdowns thrown from him, you see the offense moving like a well-oiled machine. I think most fans will walk away from the spring game and call it a success. I do. So Austin Greer, first play of the scrimmage, Satterfield has to let Rattler throw a bomb to Wells. Yeah. I mean, why not, man? I mean, fair or unfair, I think that's what most fans are going to be looking for tomorrow is the offense. I mean, at bottom line. I mean, I think most are going to say, hey, defense, we're going to be fine. Clayton White's incredible. Torian Gray's a legend. We're going to be fine on defense. But what is the offense going to do? What's the offense going to do? Todd Faulkner, what will happen to make the game special for the fans tomorrow night? What would you do to make the game pop from a TV standpoint? Well, Todd, it's going to be on SEC Network Plus, by the way, so it's not like it's a national audience. Well, I mean, I think the game being at night is already making it special. I mean, how much can you do, Todd? I mean, I don't know how much you can do outside of like revealing new uniforms at halftime or, I mean, some trick plays and. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know all what you really can do. I mean, I'm just excited to see. I'm just excited to see this football team back on the field, getting a first glimpse at guys, again, the Rattlers of the world, the Wells of the world, Terrell Dawkins, Devontae Reed on the defensive side, many others as well, freshmen. But, you want to do all you can without losing the integrity of the game. Like, it's still a game at the end of the day, but I'm sure, Shane Beamer's got some things up his sleeve, no doubt. Cody Gaskins, will we see the new lights tomorrow? That has not been confirmed. I have no idea. That has not been confirmed. I'm not 100% sure in regards to the lights, the LED. I know many of you have asked. I just simply don't know. I just simply don't know what the deal is there. Rebecca Stranage, SEC Network Plus is how you can catch the spring game. SEC Network Plus. Again, guys, yours truly will be in the building. I'm going to have a big crew of me, family, friends. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a really, really great time. I would highly suggest, if you're tuned in and you're considering, if you're on the fence, come on out. It's free. You don't need a ticket. And I'm going to post a video a little bit later today, just challenging Gamecock fans. Challenging, because, if I had to put a number on it, I'd probably say 40,000. I think 40,000 is where we'll sit. 40,000, somewhere around there, 37.2, 37.5. But, dude, let's pack it out, man. I mean, Clemson had 36,000. Let me ask you this. Do you really want to hear from Clemson folks for the next 5 months or whatever it is until we play them? So it'd be longer than that. Do you really want to hear from Clemson folks about how they had a higher attendance than we did? And I know it's to hell with Clemson but you know what? It's a rivalry and it is competitive, and I don't want to hear about it. So let's show up. Let's show out. I know, Austin, 36,000. I was literally telling somebody last night, I was like, you know what? Because nobody's going to check it, right? Like, nobody's going to check the attendance. I'm like, what we should do is the university should just release the official attendance numbers and just release it, and it'd be 36,001. Just to be a douche. Just to do it. Ryan Dean, yeah, I think we absolutely see Braden Davis tomorrow. Yeah, I think all the quarterbacks are going to play. Yeah, everybody's going to play. I mean, it's a spring game, man. This is the time to get them reps. It's the time to get them to play. I don't think we see a lot of Spencer Rattler tomorrow. I think he plays a couple drives, and I think he's done. I mean, there's just no point. You're not going to put your top guys out there at risk. You're not going to put your top guys at risk. So, I know, by the way, this is a change of subject. I know somebody asked earlier about possibly baseball doing a doubleheader, and I know Mark Kingston mentioned that last night, but they have not said anything about it. And, I tell you, they haven't said anything about it. I don't think it's going to happen. If they haven't said anything yet, I mean, they to get a doubleheader in today, they probably have to start at like latest 2:00. And yeah, it's literally 12:26. So I think they're just going to try to just play through it and whatever. I mean, I can tell you this though, man. Braddock 843, you don't need tickets. Wide open, first come, first serve, my guy. I will tell you this though. If baseball gets like postponed or something, they don't start till 2 or 3. I can't make any guarantees I'm going to stick around for it, man. I'd rather go tailgate, to be honest with you, at this point. At this point, I'd rather go freaking tailgate. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I thought about throwing a TSUS tailgate and saying bump the baseball game, but you know what? My family and friends are coming in town and they want to go to the game. And so I'm not going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a fun time. Savannah Webster, just tuning in. Any reason why Stodner isn't on campus yet? Yeah, Savannah, he finished up school at OU. So that's literally just academic reasons. That's literally it. So, I mean, I don't know why he couldn't transfer and do it at Carolina. Maybe he didn't want to. I mean, maybe he wanted to get his degree from Oklahoma. I don't know. And I mean, I'll tell you this too. When you're that close to finishing, I think it would probably be more of a pain in the ass to leave. You know what I'm saying? Like transferring credits, and some credits might not transfer here to that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was just an academic thing. I think he just wanted to finish up at OU, and so that's why. It has nothing to do with us or him not coming here. It's just I wanted to finish up at Oklahoma. Todd Faulkner, what time do the gates open at the fairgrounds or other parking options for tailgating? Yeah, I believe 3 o'clock for Gamecock Park. I believe 3 o'clock for Gamecock Park. I feel like that should also be the time. Let's see. Gamecock Village will open up at 3:30. Okay, Gamecock Park will open at 3 o'clock. Yeah. Free to fans, first come, first serve. LMC Fair Park Lot will open for fans at 4 and will be $10 per vehicle. So there you go. 3 o'clock for Gamecock Park. Brian Dean, Stodner, and Bell are going to be lethal. Yeah, I can't wait. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Jaheim Bell's going to play in the game tomorrow. Which, I mean, again, guys, it's a spring game. We know Jaheim Bell's one of our dudes. We know what he can do. There's no need in him pushing it or risking it or doing anything of the sort. Phil, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you tuning in. What's up, Phil? Brendan M. battling the Muschamp hackers today. Hate to hear that, Brendan. Hate to hear that, my guy. Let's see. SEC. How about this? SEC Women's Golf Championships. South Carolina. We're in second right now at +1. Love to see that. Or is that today's score? No, that's overall. Okay. Love that. Love that. Savannah Webster, sudden urge to watch Mayo highlights. Austin Greer says Nolan Ryan threw 235 pitches in a single game yesterday in history. That is insane. Before pitch counts were a thing, my guy. Before pitch counts, I guess, were a thing. Let's see. Again, guys, taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Christopher Gauntz, how many minutes are they doing in each quarter? I do not know. I honestly, I would imagine 8 to 10. I don't know for sure, though. I don't think Beamer has said anything specifically. I don't think Beamer has confirmed, so. Connor Lee, are you thinking about making any trips to watch away football games? Well, Connor, I think the plan right now is that we're going to be partnered up yet again with Carolina Ale House. So we'll be doing watch parties back here in South Carolina. If that doesn't happen, I will certainly make the road trips. But, I'll tell you, like I said last year before the season, it just makes too much business sense, financial sense. And again, it's incredible to partner up with them. And, because not everybody goes to road games. So give people an opportunity that are back home to watch the games, come together and cheer on the Gamecocks. And also it's so cool, man, to honestly go around the state It's awesome to go around the state of South Carolina and meet up with Gamecock fans, and I don't think I would normally get to meet up with, like the folks in downtown Greenville and Fort Mill and folks that I normally wouldn't see. So it's really cool to give back to those people as well. So I will let you guys know, obviously. You're going to know exactly what I'm doing. I think going on the road would be incredible. But I think right now, as far as I know from Carolina Ale House and our conversations, the plan is to do the watch parties again. So, yeah, Christopher Gauntz, the whole Becker not being in the weekend rotation thing. Again, we talked about this. We talked about this yesterday, and I don't know, man. It's just they're playing with strategy, and I get it. I get it, man. But I don't know, bro. It's just brutal. It's just brutal. I don't know. I mean, it's like I said, man. It's to a point where, like, I love baseball. But I don't even want to talk about it. Big Game Boomer dropping the top 25 best and worst college football stadium nicknames. Best and worst college football stadium nicknames. He's got South Carolina ranked 17th in the best. Willie B. This is so funny. He's got LSU ranked 5th. Death Valley, and Clemson's no, like, this dude hates Clemson. Like, I love how much he hates Clemson. Number 1, the Swamp, which I think is it's pretty accurate. So, Cocky Twan says the rain may hurt attendance. Well, let's hope not, my guy. Let's hope not. Sven Webster, how does it work with redshirt for baseball, or will Bosnick just leave? I think he'll just leave. Yep. I think Julian Bosnick will leave. I'd be shocked if he's back, Savannah, to be honest with you. Todd Faulkner, I'd be down for a watch party in Spartanburg. Why not? Sounds like a good time to me. Sounds like a damn good time to me. Yeah, why not? Yeah, Austin, downtown Greenville, that location's incredible, man. We had a blast when we were there. Had an absolute blast. Austin, I did listen to Kingston's post game last night. I mean, I don't know. Josiah Trotter committing to West Virginia. Gamecocks had made his final 5, I think, but he committed to West Virginia. Chose West Virginia over South Carolina and Clemson. So there you go. WVU. Yeah, Chris, it's supposed to stop raining in the afternoon. I think 2 or 3. We should be fine. I think we're going to be fine. I tell you one thing, a little rain ain't going to stop me from going to the spring game, y'all. I'll tell you that right now. I'm in there either way. We're in there either way. No calls yet. 35 minutes in, we don't have a call yet. See, y'all don't. I've told you before, man. I don't want to just ramble on here. We have the podcast to do the rambling. This is for you guys. I'd rather just hear from you, to be honest with you. Again, can't wait to see all you guys, though, this weekend. Going to be a blast out at Willie B. Looking forward to it. Tailgate should be lit. And I'll just be sort of free roaming. I'll have the GoPro on me. We're going to be shooting video, all that good stuff. But I'm really just planning on free roaming around the tailgates. Many of you have texted me. Many of you have reached out. Like I said, I'm going to have family and friends in town. And it's just going to be a fun weekend. Going to be a fun day. We'll start with the phone lines here.
Call from
John.
There we go. John, what's up, man? How are you?
Good. I was just hearing nobody called in yet, so I thought I'd give a call.
Good to hear from you.
Dude, it's been a while. Dude, I am I had on my computer, I had the baseball game pulled up on the stat broadcast last night, and it was just we were down 5-0, 9-1, and I'm just don't even care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you, man. It's apathy is definitely set in. I mean, when you're 33 games into a season, you have a losing record. I can't blame anybody. You know what I mean? I think everybody knows the season's kind of just going nowhere fast. I mean, we're literally at this point just fighting to make the SEC tournament, much less make any sort of postseason tournament. So, it just is what it is, man. It is what it is, and there's not a whole lot. I don't know. It's just it's like dying.
Hey, Chris.
A slow and painful death, if you will. That's what it feels like. It's like dying a slow and painful death. So.
Yeah, well, it's me. I was keeping up with the game last night, but I'm like, what? I got the spring game I'm coming to on Saturday, so that kind of brightened the mood, I guess. So
yeah, no, tomorrow will be fun. I can't wait. Tomorrow's going to be a blast. It's yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, my brother, who fun fact, I don't know if it's a fun fact, but he's actually taller than me. Oh, that's important. But my younger brother is actually in town for Easter, and so I'm like, hey, let's hang out, go do something one day while you're in town from Charleston. That's where he lives, Charleston. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, let's go do something while you're in town, because with him teaching, I see him a lot, and so with him in town, we do something rock show all the time. I feel like. So I'm like, you know what? Let's go do something different. I'm like, you want to go to the spring game with me? I'm like, hey, David, it's free. It's like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of say that too, man. I mean, I know people have lives and everything, but God, I'd say if you're a big Gamecock fan, I don't know why you wouldn't come to the spring game. It's at night. It's free. I mean, what excuse do you have not to go? But whatever, to each their own. But I mean, I know some people don't live in the state of South Carolina, so that's a whole different thing. But I mean, why not? If you can make the day trip, especially, why not?
Why not? Yeah, real quick, speaking on football, okay? I don't know if you've seen, but one of our football alumni signed this morning.
One of our football you talking about Stefan Gilmour?
Yes, Stefan Gilmour, yes. Signed this morning.
Yeah, no, so I did see that. Yeah, heading to Indy.
Good for him. And sometimes he actually signed with my favorite team, so I'm like, I don't know how many opportunities do I get to see a former Gamecock sign my favorite team. So I was pretty excited about that this morning. Former Gamecock.
Yeah, for sure.
So good for him. All right, nobody called in for 35, 40
No, minutes. Yeah, dude, I appreciate it, John. I definitely want to hear some insight today. So,
fun fact. I don't want to keep saying fun fact, but I get off of lunch at 11 o'clock every day. So I went and got lunch at Wendy's, and I had to get back and work at 11:30. And the person right next to me says, "Oh yeah, we're cleaning at 1 o'clock and leaving at 1:30." I'm like, okay. I'm like, if I know that, I wouldn't have left for lunch. But whatever, I'm not complaining. But I get off early, weekend starts early.
Yeah, I love to hear that.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna hop off and looking forward to tomorrow and me being in the building tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I'll probably see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, brother. Sounds good, man. I appreciate you calling in. All right, later. Good stuff, John Kruger. Always appreciate him calling in. Guys, again, 843-790-3377. I know Robbie tried to call in. Robbie, wait till after the break, my guy. We're going to go ahead and jump into one. Travie, I agree with you, my guy. Just drink beer and have no expectations the rest of baseball season. That will make the rest of the spring and summer more enjoyable, Travie. You took the words poetic. The poetic, Travie. Poetic. Honestly, couldn't have said it better myself. Guys, we're going to jump into the first break of the show, but I want to continue to hear from you, more of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the side. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. Taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. My guy Travie, again, coming through in the clutch with that advice before the break. If I had a cold one right now, Travie, and I wasn't planning on going to the gym after this, I'd probably be popping a top right now, my guy. It is a beautiful day to pop a top. I mean, it's a bad day to be a cold bush latte. That's for sure. Bad, horrid day. Tomorrow will be a horrid day to be a cold beverage. That's for sure. That is for sure. Again, guys, you want to call in? I know, Robbie, you tried to call in before the break. Would love to hear from you, my guy. Obviously, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to chat with you. And I'm sure many folks that aren't tuned in right now, probably some of you are on the road. Some of you might be on the road headed down to the old city of dreams, getting ready for the old spring game. Love that. Here, let's jump to the phone lines.
Call from
Travis Allen.
Here we go. Travis, what's going on, man? How are you?
What's up, Chris?
Just hanging out, man. Having a Friday. What's going on?
I just found the lake house, getting a brisket ready to go, and we'll have a few cold ones.
That sounds like living the dream, my friend.
Man.
Sounds like living the dream.
Just wanted to call in and tell you, man, we appreciate you coming on every day. It gives us something to do. I don't get to call in, but most time, I'm at work, but get to text a little bit. But appreciate what you do for us every day. It gives us something to look forward to.
Yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in, my friend. It's always, truly it's a pleasure and I have a blast doing it. And, like I said, I'm really excited for the spring game tomorrow and the fact we get to talk football because obviously baseball has been pretty brutal. But, nah, man, it's a blast, truly. I appreciate you commenting and tuning in. And, yeah, you're welcome to call in anytime, my friend, for sure. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to a really fun day tomorrow. I think the spring game is going to be something awesome for all of us, for all fans, just to get a first glimpse at the football team. And then hopefully, things go really, really well and just keep that hype train going all the way to kickoff in September. So,
yeah, I think we're going to have a decent day tomorrow. I think the rain's supposed to get out of here early tomorrow from what I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it does. Have a good spring game and hope everybody has a good weekend, but I won't hold everybody up. I just wanted to tell you we appreciate you. It gives us something to look forward to every day.
Travis, much love, man. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, brother. Well, I'm going to get off of here, and y'all have a great weekend, a safe weekend. Have a good day.
Yeah, man. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you, my guy. Awesome stuff. Got the brisket, got the cold brews. Love that. I'm a little jealous. I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it's crazy because we're sitting here in studio, and I guess we could have done this remotely, but sitting here in studio, and I see out the window, the great weather, I'm like, dang, we ought to be sitting next to – why am I not sitting next to a body of water? But either way, it's fine. It's all good. Robbie, I keep missing Robbie's call. Robbie, now you can call in, Robbie. I think the phone lines are open for you. Here we go. Okay.
Call from
Robbie Davis, a.k.a. Curb Street.
to accept.
Robbie, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm just waiting on my lunch to cook. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. We had a couple callers, I think, trying to box you out there for a minute, but glad to get you through here.
You can't box me out. I'm too rough and tough. You can't box me out.
Right. Oh, I know. Hey, I know.
Oh, goodness gracious. One thing that I will be definitely watching, even though yes, this is the spring game. Okay, one thing I will be definitely watching closely is the offensive line. Even though yes, we did have times last year when we played great, we got to do better. So that's at least one thing that I will be watching very closely tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be watching I'll try to watch the defensive secondary a little bit.
I like that. Yeah, I like that, man. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I'm excited to see how the secondary's retooled. You lose a guy like Jalen Foster, who led your team and led the conference, heck, in interceptions. So where are those big plays going to come from this fall? Who's going to be making them? Is it Cam Smith? Is it Rush? Is it Keenan Nelson Jr.? Is it Devontae Reed? Is it somebody else? And then, of course, we're going to have all eyes on the quarterback. I mean, Spencer Rattler's the he's
Right.
what's moving the needle in a great way tomorrow night. I mean, I don't want to say it's just all him, but a lot of it is. A lot of it is, and as it should be. You pick up a guy like that caliber, it should be that way. So, yeah, I'm excited, man, just like I said, to get a first glimpse at this team and, maybe just kind of start to see what we might look like this fall.
Yeah. And I said this last year whenever it was Beamer's first year, and I'll say it again. Just let them do their jobs and let them do what they get paid to do. Just sit back and enjoy it. Because we are going to have times where we're going to play a team that is absolutely 100% better than us. Like Georgia, they're 100% better than us, okay? I ain't ashamed to say it. We're probably going to get our brains beat in when we play Georgia. But I would also like to see, again, how they react to something like that. Are they going to hang their heads low, or are they going to be like, all right, this one's over with, let's get ready for the next? That is another thing I'll be looking at to see. Like if something bad happens, are they going to dwell on it, or are they going to put it behind them and just keep moving forward?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's it's just like life, right? I mean, it's just responding to adversity. I mean, it is what it is.
Right.
Yeah, you got to,
Right.
I mean, I think that should be the minimum expectation, my guy. That should be the minimum expectation. If we don't have a team that's mentally tough and mentally strong, then we got the wrong head coach. So I think I'm not worried about that, really.
I honestly don't think we'll have that problem, but I'm just saying to make like a point. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I hear you. I mean, that was something for me I talked about a lot last year. And, I thought we did a great job of responding, when the season really could have went sideways. So, yeah, I mean, it's, but, on the flip side, I mean, listen, you need to show some progress in those games against Georgia, A&M, Clemson. It's not okay to just go lose by 30 points and just say, well,
right.
Georgia's just so much better than you. I mean, there are teams, there's plenty of teams, there's plenty of games that huge underdogs make the games at least somewhat competitive. You know what I mean? So we do need to see more of that. I will credit, we need to see more of that. I mean, bottom line. So I can take getting beat. I can take getting beat and the other team being more talented. But I mean, there's a certain level where it's like, man, like you just can't go out there and you can't have 11 yards of offense in the third quarter like you did against Texas A&M. You can't do that. You just can't do that.
Right. Yeah, and like I just said, there's a difference between getting beat and then getting embarrassed.
Yeah, hard to recruit when you're getting embarrassed.
But if you're just getting beat, but you're in those games, you can recruit and be like, hey, we're only a few pieces away from possibly tightening the ship and making this program what it needs to be and what it should be. And when they talk to recruits, they need to be like, look, this is it. We're getting there, but we feel like you could be one of the pieces that helps us get there a little quicker.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No, absolutely. Absolutely. I hear you loud and clear, my guy. Yeah. It's all about recruiting, all about Jimmys and Joes. So, and good players, really, really good players.
You got the Jimmys and the Joes, you got a chance.
Good players, really, really good players want to go play where they can win, where they can compete for a championship. And I mean, that's just the reality, man. I mean, think about it. If you're a really good player, you don't want to go somewhere where you're going to be losing. You want to go somewhere where you're going to have a chance to be on the big spotlight, be in primetime games. And they don't put shitty teams in primetime games. They just don't do it. So,
no,
don't. And I'm just saying in general. So I'm excited. Again, we got the spring game tomorrow. I would just say to fans, don't. We're going to talk about it and dissect it, and we're probably going to overreact to it, even though I've said not to. We will. We just will because we love it and we're passionate about it. But just try your best to enjoy it because that's what tomorrow night really represents, in my opinion, my friend. It's a bit of a celebration for the fans. It's a celebration to the end of a successful spring practice. It's the celebration of what positive things are happening in Columbia with Gamecocks football. And I mean, dude, just getting back into Willie B. I'm looking forward to that alone. Just getting back into Williams-Brice.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, just getting back into the building. So enjoy it. Just don't forget to enjoy it. It's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow night.
Yeah. I hope my dad enjoys this coming Saturday, because after this Saturday, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, he's got shows.
Yeah.
The next several weekends.
Yeah, then definitely enjoy it. Definitely enjoy it, man. It's going to be a lot of fun for sure.
Yeah. And I'm kind of curious. I listened to the baseball game last night. It was horrible. It was bad.
Mm-hmm.
As much, I'm not even lying. I literally almost stopped listening to it, but I was like, you know what? I've already made it this far. I might as well listen to the whole thing. But I don't know. I don't know what to say when it comes to this baseball team right now. I honestly don't.
Yeah, it's brutal, man. It's just brutal. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say, man. We suck. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. We suck.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you don't like hearing that, then change it. Then change it. Go win a game. Go win a series. If you don't like hearing that, then change it. But you are what your record says you are. You are 16-17 and 4-9 in the league. Like, you're not good. You've lost. You got swept by Clemson. You lost to Xavier. You lost to Citadel. You lost to Presbyterian. You suck. Straight up, you suck.
Yeah.
So, sorry, bro. I'm sorry, not sorry. It is what it is.
Games that we should have won.
It is what it is. You're having a nightmare season. It's happened, dude. It happens. Hey, my freshman year at Newberry, we went 18-40. It was a terrible year, but we sucked. Mm-hmm. It is what it is. All you can do in baseball is ride it out and try to make the best of it, because we got to play the next 23 games whether we want to or not. So,
right. And I'm hoping I know it's supposed to rain tomorrow, but when's it supposed to quit? Do you know what?
Yeah, 2 or 3. It's afternoon. I mean, from what I'm seeing, afternoon, 2 or 3.
By the time the spring game kicks off, the rain should be out of here.
Yes. Well out of here, yes.
Okay. All right.
Don't try to weasel out of coming to the spring game, Robbie.
Oh, no. Hey, listen here now. Okay. Several years, back when we were living in North Augusta, okay, my mom and my dad surprised me with going to the spring game. I should have known something was up, because everybody that was in the church van was wearing South Carolina stuff. Mm-hmm. But I was not expecting to go, and it was pouring. It was like God took a big old bucket of water and just dumped it in Columbia. I was like, this is fun, but I'm soaking wet, and I don't care. Mm-hmm. But it was fun. It was great. And then a couple of years ago, me and my brother Chandler, who gave me a shout out about a year ago on the show, we went to the game against the Akron Zips, and it was horrible. It was and it was fun.
Yeah, that was a brutal game. I know which one you're talking about. That was a brutal game. That was a brutal game.
What do you mean brutal?
The Akron game where it was pissing rain, and it was a terrible day. I wasn't even there in person, but thank God, it was a terrible day.
It was fun. Dude, it was so much fun. It was great. And honestly, I love playing football in general, but honestly, playing a football game in the rain is a lot of fun.
Well,
because you can get dirty and you won't get in trouble for it.
True. That's a very good point. I didn't think about that. It's a very good point.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically, me and my brothers had to sit on towels on the way home one time because it was raining so bad. So yeah, it was great. It was fun.
Mm-hmm.
But and what time is Patrick Davis's concert?
Yeah, he's at 5:00, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you
So
for
he'll
sure.
probably go from
Yeah,
what?
5:00, probably 5 to
Okay.
probably just before 6, because the alumni game begins at 6:00 for those who want to go to it inside the stadium.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna get off of here.
All right, Robbie. Well, hey,
will
I
see you
appreciate it, man. It's
tomorrow.
always
Who knows?
it's always a pleasure to chat with you, my guy. Looking forward to seeing you hopefully tomorrow at the spring game.
My dad will probably be wearing one of his shirts.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see a guy wearing a Uncle Boudreaux shirt, that's my dad. And of course, I'll be wearing a Carolina shirt.
Robbie, your dad
So,
could be rocking anything, and I don't think I would mistake who it is. Your dad's a pretty recognizable person, so.
Not anymore. He shaved his beard, man. He trimmed his beard.
What?
Yeah, he trimmed his beard, man, because he's starting to wear bow ties to his shows, and he wants the bow tie to be visible, so he trimmed it pretty good.
Wow. Wow.
So
Okay, that's breaking news.
some-
Uncle Boudreaux trimmed his beard. That's breaking news. That'd be like if I shaved my beard off. That would be breaking news, I think.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, before I sent you the friend request on Facebook, I scrolled through your pictures just to see, if I saw any pictures with you with no facial hair. And honestly, if you didn't have the facial hair, I probably would still recognize you.
I don't know, my guy. I don't know that you would. It'd be a different look for sure.
Well, you would probably be wearing a beamer ball hat, so I'd
Probably. Probably so.
Oh, goodness. Oh, all right. I'm going to get off of here. You have a great rest of your day, and be careful going to the spring game.
Yeah, man. I'll see you tomorrow, Robbie. We'll have a good time.
Definitely. All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, brother. Take care. 843-790-3377. Tim and guys, always great stuff with Robbie Davis. I do want to continue to hear from you as we sit here entering our second hour, Friday, April the 15th, 2022. Taking your questions, your comments, your calls. Travis Allen, Chris, am I wrong? But I thought I heard the spring game might be on ESPN as well as SEC Network Plus. If it's going to be on ESPN, I haven't heard that. I've heard SEC Network Plus, and that's literally
To
it.
accept, press 1.
What's going on, man? How are you?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Just hanging out, chilling. What's up?
All right. I just want to give a shout out to Coach Beamer, Coach Satterfield, Coach White. During this off season, because basically college football now is basically an off season. You know, who gives the best offer to the guys in the portal?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the guys that we reached out to and brought in this off season filled needs all over our team. You know, our secondary last year was pretty good. I think Jalen Foster was a unique talent in that he knew where the football was going to go at all times. But down, you know, first, second, and third down type of guy, he got beat a lot. He didn't have the best grade. And now you add a guy like Devontae Reed who, you know, can fly around the field, who can play nickel, who can play the outside, you know, can play in the box if you really need him to. So we got better in the secondary. Our defensive line, let's just call it how it was. We got bullied by a lot of teams last year. You add a guy like Terrell Dawkins from NC State, who, when healthy, he was one of the better interior defensive linemen in the ACC his freshman year. So you got better there. You got better in the secondary. Obviously, you add Rattler. You add Antoine Wells, who was the best FCS wide receiver last year in college football. And you add Corey Rucker, who I think is going to be a unique kind of slot type of guy. The guy you like a lot, Christian Beal-Smith, who I like him, but I don't see him being that top guy. But you add him as well. You add Lavoisier Carroll. I just think that a lot of SEC teams that were good last year got a lot worse during this offseason. And South Carolina is one of the few that got a lot better in areas that we were exposed last year. And I think, we're going to see that in the spring game tomorrow, is that our secondary is legit. We have a legit secondary this year. And if we can get any type of pass rush, because that was a problem last year, I think we're going to be scary on defense. I think we're going to have a top 5, 6 defense in the SEC. I think our wide receiver room's top 6, 7 in the SEC. Spencer Rattler on most sites is a top 5, 6 quarterback in the SEC. I think your running back room's going to be elite again. Now that only works if your offensive line plays well. So I think if our offensive line plays well and our defensive line continues to grow, because we got basically everybody back other than JJ, and he didn't have a great year last year. I think we could be scary, Chris. My prediction was 8-4, and that's a loss to Tennessee and a loss to Texas A&M. But you win one of those, I think you're sitting at 9-3, looking at a 10-win season possibly. I mean, that's crazy to say, but I look at this team and we got better everywhere. I mean, I don't know of any position group on our team that got worse after last season. I just don't see one.
Yeah, no, I mean, listen, they did a really good job in the portal adding, like you mentioned, contributors, not just guys, but contributors all across the board. I mean, obviously the big one you talk about is Rattler and Stogner, but yeah, I mean, like you said, man, top to bottom, I mean, really, truly. I mean, defensively, I have no reason to doubt Torian Gray and Clayton White after last year. I mean, I thought the secondary was going to be really bad last year. And I mean, they impressed. It was incredible. I think obviously the big question marks going into the fall, even without watching the spring game tomorrow, to me, it's just, can you run the ball and stop the run effectively enough, consistently enough? Because that's, when you start talking, trying to hit 8-9 plus wins, that's what it comes down to. Truly.
Yep.
I mean, that's what it comes down to, holding your own on the line of scrimmage. I mean, obviously, again, you needed to add skill guys on the outside, running back. You did that. You need to add athletes in the back end. Heck, the true freshmen you added to, you signed 6 defensive backs. I think linebacker might be another question where, we got some pieces, but we just need to play better there. And again, in regards to stopping the run. So, but I mean, dude, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you be excited about the future of kind of football and what's going on right now? So I think one of the biggest things, and this is looking way far ahead, but you added a lot of pieces. I mean, as Shane Beamer mentioned, everybody in the SEC is getting better also, and they're trying to get better. I think you just need to hope and pray that the ball also bounces your way again. I mean, really, it did last year. It bounced your way. I mean, it did. I mean, you were very fortunate in some games. Also, you could have won more. You definitely could have won more, but you could have lost more. So, hopefully that and good teams make their own breaks, but no, I mean, why would you not be excited, right, about the future of kind of football when you add all the talent we added? And the transfer portal has just been a game changer, man, and it's awesome to see Shane Beamer and the coaching staff attack it. So I think we're going to do that every single year. I mean, why would you not? But, yeah, I mean, the future's bright, man. I don't know how many wins exactly that's going to equate. I mean, I've gone on record. I'd take an 8-4 season right now. I mean, I think an 8-4 year would be a really good year in year 2. And I think part of that is just because when Beamer was hired, I really just didn't look at this as like some 3-year turnaround. I really thought it was probably going to take him 5 to 6 years of really, really good recruiting. And, to even get back to a level of winning 8 to 9 games consistently every season where it's like that's not an overachievement. That's just what we should be doing. So, man, if you can go 8-4 in year 2, God forbid if you go 9-3. I mean, you're way ahead of schedule. And, I mean, yeah. So, but I mean, again, when you have a guy like Spencer Rattler and you add these players you've added, man, you just feel like you have a really, really good chance and you have hope. And I think that's what Rattler really gives you. The biggest thing outside of just his obvious talent is I look at Rattler kind of like the Spurrier effect in the sense of even when we played teams where we were underdogs and, we felt like it was games where, obviously you looked on paper, they should beat us. Fans, we always felt like, well, we have a chance because that dude we have on the sideline. If he has one of those days, if he has a day where he's out coaching the other guy, he's scheming it up, we could win. And so I kind of look at Spencer Rattler as like, I'm not trying to put it all on him. Obviously, he needs help from his teammates, but you just look at a guy like Rattler, it's like, hey, man, like, yeah, we might be a big underdog to Georgia or Clemson or A&M or even Tennessee or on the road at whatever game it is. But if Spencer Rattler plays, to his peak potential, I mean, we got a shot. We got a shot because we got that dude under center. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited, man. I'm obviously I'm very pumped. I'm bullish on Carolina football. You know, again, we got a long way to go before kickoff. Heck, we got the spring game tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, why would you not be fired up, man? There's a lot of positive things I think happening, you know, within Carolina football for sure.
All right. Just one thing that I've been telling a lot of, you know, my friends that are Gamecock fans, you know, a lot of people don't follow Gamecock football like we do, you know, where we look at Terrell Dawkins and Giovanni Reed. But, I mean, I know Rattler and Stogner are the shining points over this portal class, but, I mean, it's deep. I mean, we brought in so many guys that I think are going to be huge that are going to get, you know, the proper exposure once the season actually kicks off. But it's just interesting. I mean, we won 7 games last year without a quarterback, with one real true wide receiver, with a terrible offensive line, with a running back room that could get 3 yards per carry, maybe. Secondary that was always banged up, without Sherrod Green, with the defensive line that didn't, you know, step up like we thought they were. We still won 7 games, and we added 6, 7 guys in the portal that I think are going to start right away. Add Spencer Rattler, add Stogner, add Antoine Wells. I just think, you know, if you're a South Carolina fan and, you know, you're expecting only, you know, 6 wins, I think that's lowballing the hell out of this team. I think 6 wins is, if you win 6 games this year, it was a bad year. And that's crazy to say with how bad we've been. The 6 wins should be just a disappointment. I think 7 wins is what you should be. That should be your C. I think if you win 7 games, that's a C. If you win 8, you know, that's a B plus and an A. You know, somewhere in that range. I just think 6 wins. A lot of people are saying 6 wins is going to be our over/under. I don't think so. I think Vegas probably have 6.5, and you should expect 7, and be very optimistic that we can win 8, possibly 9 games this year.
Well, that's so. On that note, my guy, not to cut you off early, but on that note, I wanted to bring it up to you because I don't know if you saw, but WinBet, and again, it's just one sports book, but WinBet, they did drop the over/under, and it was 6. So I'm curious your thoughts. Why would the over/under be at 6? I mean, because I'll even say, if I was a Vegas sharp, which I'm obviously not, but if I was, I think 6.5 is the number to get even money on both sides, because that's the point. That's what they're trying to do. The reason I don't get 6 is because for me, like, it is hard for me to fathom this team going 5-7. I mean, it's very hard to fathom. You know what I mean? Very hard.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not even saying we're going to be world beaters, but 5-7, that seems. I mean, that's truly an abysmal year. So if you go 5-7,
yeah, I saw that you tweeted out. I don't even know what book that is or if there's anything special, but they're not gonna have a book much longer if they keep that line at 6. There's no way that you're gonna get even money on the 6 wins over under for South Carolina this year. I mean, last year was 3.5, and I think 70% of the money was on the over.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was before we got, you know, actual legit players. So I don't know why. I mean, I don't really look at those until a month before the season when the actual books come out, you know, Bovada and all those. I think it'll be 6.5, just about everywhere. Maybe 6 on some places, but I don't even think that's a legit over under. I think that's a projected, wasn't it? Because I don't think you can actually bet on that yet.
Well, so it's as far as I know, it's WinBets. Like, that's they've dropped the number apparently. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know specific. I mean, that stuff's it's all just talking points right now. It's like the ESPN FPI. Like, what does it really matter? Yeah. But I tell you this, if the number did open at 6, it'll go up. I think it'll go to 6.5. I just don't. Yeah, like you said, I don't know how you're gonna get even money on a 6 number.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. But and you don't really see 6 as an over under on a season total, anyways. That's weird.
Right.
I mean, you got to have 6 to push, and then so you're basically saying you got to have 7 wins to win. I mean, that's just weird. I don't think that will stay. But all right, Chris. Well, I got to go. But I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Hey, thanks so much for the call. Great insight, my dude, and excited for the spring game.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
All right, brother. You too. Take care. 843-790-3377. Guys, really, really good stuff. Appreciate that call there. Let's see. Let's see. Tyler Hucks, I'll get to your question. Guys, let's jump into a quick break really quickly, and I'll get to all your questions. But more of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back. More of your questions, comments, calls as well. 843-790-3377. Travie, try to call in again, my guy. Try to call in again. My bad. Phone lines have been ringing off the hook. Yeah, try to call back in. We are back, though. 843-790-3377. Want to continue to hear from you. Somebody asked, Jimmy says, why are girls leaving from Dawn's team? Dude, it's the transfer portal. I mean, believe it or not, some people, even though you win a national title and you think all is great behind the scenes, I mean, some people just, they want to, whether it be playing time, they get homesick, you can never tell. It's no indictment on the women's basketball program, though. Tyler Hucks, any local restaurants near campus you highly recommend? I'll tell you, Beezer's if you want a good sub. That's near campus. It's right across from the Horseshoe. Here, let's jump to the phone lines
Call
here.
from
Travie, what's up, man? How are you?
See, Philly, how are you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well, man. Just hanging out. What's going on?
I figured I'd be another Travie to call in. This is my first time call.
Well, what's funny about you saying that, man, is I feel like you are the Travie. Like, no disrespect to any of the Travis, but it's funny. Like, I had a buddy when I lived in Charlotte. I mean, this was a long time ago, way pre-TSUS days. But his name was Travis. I just called him Travie. Like, we just all called him Travie. And so, like, the first time I think I ever saw you comment, that's where my brain went.
Yeah.
But I was like, but Travis Rowell is Travie. He's like the OG Travis. So
well, yeah. Well, I appreciate that, man. Yeah. And it's Travis Rowell, by the way.
Oh, Rowell,
so
my
when
bad.
I do meet you in person for the first, no, you're good, brother. But my fiance, we have twins. But dude, I'm the Gamecock out here in OKC, but I grew up in Columbia. Played ball out at Lower Richland High School. I don't know if you remember Pokey Reese back in the day.
Yeah.
But Pokey Reese was before me. But played out at Lower Richland, played some ball with Coach Mixon back in the late 90s. But, dude, I love your passion, man, and I just wanted to show some love. And
I appreciate that, man.
I hope we get it turned around, and I just love the passion. And, dude, I'll hold it down here out west, and I just hope Spencer just has a hell of a year.
Yeah, I hope the same, man. And, yeah, the baseball side, it's man, it's hard to be passionate when you're getting your teeth kicked in, but we're gonna try our best.
Right.
We'll try our best. So.
Right. Hey, just have a beer, no expectations.
I love that.
And
honestly.
Dude, hey, I'll be out there in spirit, and dude, I got family that we go and visit a lot. So, dude, look forward to doing a trip out there and coming to see your live Tin Roof show. And just kicking it one day on the tailgate. And when the boys get older, I'll say, hey, I don't sign off on you being a Gamecock. But my fiance, she's a Boomer Sooner. And I'm like, dude, you might want to do OU. You might just want it. You don't want this rough life that pops.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't
do it if you don't have to. Don't do it if you don't have to.
I appreciate your passion, man, and it's awesome to see. And I'm retired out of the military, so I get to listen to your show a lot. So I'm doing daddy duties, so I get to listen to your show, man. I just really appreciate the passion. I've been a Gamecock all my life, and it's been rough, but we've had good years, and hopefully the future's brighter.
Well, man, first things first, man, I appreciate your service, number one. And number two, man, I appreciate your support, love for the show, man. Obviously always commenting and tuning in. Means a lot. So I really do appreciate it, man.
Hey, absolutely, man. And, hey, I'll get off on the airways and let Rebecca or Robbie call in. I know they flood your sometimes a little bit, but and Travis Allen, dude, it's nice to mingle with you guys, chit-chat, and just show our passion. And, hey, here's to a good football year, and hey, 8-4 would be a hell of a year.
I'll take it right now. I'll take it right now.
Oh, without a doubt, it would remind me of the Lou Holtz. I mean, we talk about the Spurrier effect, but if you think about it, Lou Holtz gave us that effect too. I mean, just the turnaround that he gave us. I mean, from the sheer fact we go 0-11. 0-11, and then he turns it around, and we win the Outback. which I don't know why they changed the Outback now. It's the Tampa Bowl, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. But I feel like that Beamer's doing something special. And if we just give them time, our fan base is going to cry if we do good. They're going to bitch and moan no matter what. That's just what we've come accustomed to. But, there's always hope in being a Gamecock. And I think, I think Beamer does have something special. And who would have thought we would have got a Spencer Rattler?
Who would have thought? I mean, truly.
I mean, and they're nuts out here for OU. And I have OU friends that they want me to come to the games. And I'm like, dude, I got my game. I'm like, I'm not going down to Memorial Stadium and celebrating when I have to celebrate in the confines of my house and watch the games. But anyway, brother, hey, it was a pleasure meeting you, on the phone, and hope to meet you soon and get to see my twins. And anyway, brother, I hope you have a good, happy Friday, a good Friday at that. But have a blessed day, brother, and Gamecock Nation, hey, you're going to hear us crow one day.
Travis, well said, my friend. Hey, like I said, I really appreciate you and look forward to meeting you sometime here soon, my friend.
Same here, Steve Philly. Have a good one, man.
Yeah, man. Take care. Great stuff. The people are what make the difference. Again, Travis, all you others that comment, call in. That's what makes the Daily Crow what it is, guys. I mean, really, truly, without you all, I don't just say it to say it. It's not just lip service. Without you all, your love, support, your interaction, your engagement, the Daily Crow is not what it is. So thank you, truly. And Travis, I appreciate your call, and great to hear from you. And you're more than welcome to call in anytime. Cocky Twan asked the question, Chris, do you think we have the best quarterback in the SEC East? I mean, no. I mean, you got to put Bryce Young up there, right? I mean, you have to put Bryce Young. And I know he wins because it's supporting cast, but the numbers are so gaudy. I mean, you have to. SEC East quarterback rankings. I mean, I'll tell you this. The only one that I would, and I know many of you will be pissed, but you might have to give Hendon Hooker the nod. And I know he's a little bit of a product of the system he's in, but you got to give credit the way the guy played last year. And we are talking about Spencer Rattler, a guy who lost his job last year at Oklahoma. I mean, I think he's no worse than two. I don't think Stetson Bennett's a better quarterback than Spencer Rattler. No, I don't. I don't think Anthony Richardson's a better quarterback. I don't think Will Levis is a better quarterback. I don't think the Mizzou or Vandy quarterbacks are better quarterbacks. So I think we've got arguably the best one in the East, in my opinion. I tell you what, it's been a long time since we could say that. It's been a very long time since we could say that. So, I think he's up there, top three quarterbacks in the league. I really do. But, he's got a lot to prove also. Man. With how things went last year and losing his starting job. And I know Oklahoma was kind of a mess, but he's got a lot to prove. So he's got a lot to prove, man. Anyways, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-3377. Austin, you're good, my guy. Brent says he's top three in the SEC. Agree, but has to go and show out. Hey, listen, I agree. Agree 110%. Let's see. And guys, we are here taking your questions, comments, calls, 843-790-3377. Guys, in case you missed it, by the way, Gamecocks lacrosse taking down Clemson last night at their place in overtime. What a dub. Of course, hey, it's also game day. South Carolina baseball Playing again tonight. I mean, the way that I'm saying that, you know what I mean? Like the way that I'm saying that. Well, Carolina baseball plays tonight in case we want to go watch. Like the way that I'm saying that is just just unreal. Brent Brooks says men's basketball. What about men's basketball, Brent? Also, Gerdo, I think we win today in baseball. I mean, it's so easy after last night to say we get swept, right? But I mean, this team has shown they'll show up for one game. So I mean, here's what I guess I'm a little wary of is Noah Hall's thrown so well, and it just feels like, though, can he keep that up? You know what I mean? Like, is he going to go out there and just throw a gem yet again? And even when he has, we haven't won all those games. So I'm curious to see what Noah Hall gives you. I'm curious to see what Noah Hall gives you for sure. Let's see. Brent Brooks, let's talk. Paris's hire seems solid. Yeah, I mean, I think it is. I mean, it's a bit of a risk. It's a bit of a risk, no doubt, but you know, I think it was time to roll the dice for sure. I think it was definitely time to roll the dice. I mean, like I told you guys, I mean, what's crazy and also exhausting at the same time, like people think I want to be the fire the coach guy, and I don't. I don't. I don't. I want to talk about how great we are. I want to talk shit to other fan bases. That's all I really want to do, while also breaking down the games. But like, I want to spend a lot of time like celebrating successes and celebrating victories. But what else are you supposed to do? You know, I called for Muschamp's job. I finally broke down a call for Martin's job. Am I really going to have to finally break down a call for Kingston as well? I mean, and people might say, because I know there's going to be a pocket of folks that say this. They're going to go, oh, well, you're just the fire the coach. You thrive off negativity. You're the fire the coach guy. Am I the fire the coach guy, or have we run into a string of over the last 2 years coaches that needed to be fired? Is it Carolina fans' faults that our men's sports have been basically incompetent across the board? I mean, it's not our fault. All we do is watch the games and show up and just talk about it. That's all we do. You know, like I don't want to be the fire the coach. I don't want to be the fire Mark Kingston guy. Not preferably. I mean, at some point, though, you don't even have a choice. And guys, again, I'll just give you a look into my brain here. I don't say things just to say them for content. I don't do that. Okay. I keep it a buck. I keep it straight with you. I keep it honest with you. So this is me doing that here. I'm being totally transparent. I almost look at this situation with Carolina baseball and Mark Kingston the way I looked at Carolina basketball this past season. After you lost to Florida and you started 1-4, I was literally sitting there and just said to myself, apathy has set into such a level that the only thing that's going to make this season interesting is calling for the coach's job. I mean, that's literally it. And putting some real pressure out there. Putting some real pressure. Like, I think that's the only thing that's going to make baseball interesting for anybody. Well, maybe now we feel like Mark Kingston's truly on the hot seat. His job is actually on the line. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying that I have the power to get a guy fired, but God, like it's just how long can you keep just saying weekend after weekend after weekend? Well, just we just can't hit. We can't. Like, how long? How long can I keep repeating myself post game after post game after post game? How long? How long? Truly. I mean, I don't think any fans really, like, deep down want to call for coaches' heads all the time. I don't think anybody does. I know they don't. Fans want to see us just win. But, like, we have just, I mean, it's crazy. But, man, we have run into a stretch where Muschamp was a slapdick, Martin turned out to be a slapdick, and Kingston's turning into a slapdick. So, I mean, we can't help that. All we can do is react. That's all we can do. That's literally all we can do. And again, guys, you all know, just to reiterate this, I'm speaking from the fan perspective, man. I got no skin in this. I got no biases in this. My bias is us winning. Business is a lot better when South Carolina is winning. I can assure you. So that's my bias. I'm a fan first and foremost. And damn it, I run a business around the team. Business is a lot better when we win. Much better. Thank God, Luke RJ, for creative control. Can you imagine, Luke RJ, can you imagine how miserable it would be to have to be mute, to have to be silenced, and to have to go into those press conferences and ask Mark Kingston, well, what did you see out of this guy? And what did you see out of this? And what are you going to do differently tomorrow? And you're going to, like, just the same pre-canned bullshit questions. The same thing night after night. Thank God I don't have to do that. Thank God. If we suck, I can just say we suck, Luke. I don't have to ask anybody's permission. I don't have to say I'm sorry to anybody. I don't have to worry about hurting anybody's feelings. I can just say we suck, because we do. We do. Like, bottom line, we do. I'm not saying all our players suck. I'm not saying all our coaches suck. But we, as a collective, we suck. We have to own it. Our team sucks. We have to own that. That's okay. We got to wear it, but we do have to own it. Guys in that locker room, they got to own it. We're not a very good ball club. We're not good. We're not good. We're not a good ball club. We're the worst ball club in the SEC, actually, per the records. No denying it. You are what your record says you are. And again, you can't even use, like, the worst part about it, guys, is this. You can't even use injuries as an excuse. Julian Bosnick's the one guy who's been out. And who's to say he would have had a great year? I mean, I'm sure he would have thrown decently, and we would have won a couple more games. What? We'd be 18 and 15 instead of 16 and 17. I mean, how much difference would it have really made? You can't use injuries as an excuse. Anyways, thank God for Shane Beamer. Thank God for the spring game. I mean, God, it's something, man. It is something else, bro. Something else. Just something else. Anyways, let me ask you this. Is anybody in this chat going to be at the Gamecock Bourbon event tonight? Anybody? Is anybody going to be at the Gamecock Bourbon event tonight? Gamecock Fanatic asks, is Belk playing? Well, he was sick, Gamecock Fanatic, last night. So, hard to say. Very hard to say. If he's better, I'm sure he will. And, it's just, you can't. I mean, that's out of everybody's control. He's sick. So, I don't know. Let's see, guys. Okay, we're going to jump into our final break here, and then we'll take the kind of 15 minutes or so to take all the commentary from you all. Again, final 15 minutes or so upcoming here on the Daily Corner Friday, April the 15th, 2022. And I want to continue to hear from you. More of your questions, comments, calls, and more on the other side of the break. You're tuned in to the Daily Crow. All right, guys, we're back taking your questions, comments, calls. 843-790-3377. Final 15 minutes or so here on the Daily Crow. I want to continue to hear from you guys. Let's see. Thomas Walker, I actually was laughing at this over the break. Thomas said, you know it's bad when C. Philly sits in his ticketed seat. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, when I'm not standing. Whoa. Muschamp hackers infiltrating the stream there for a second. Anyways, Thomas Walker, yeah, I was sitting in my ticketed seat. And part of the reason was because of the way we are playing. The other part of the reason is because I had some company with me last night, and I'll leave it at that. So I will just leave it at that. But we got to do whatever we got to do to make the baseball game entertaining. So, anyways, 843-790-3377. So, guys, like I said, I highly suggest if you have not done so, check out the podcast that dropped this morning. A full breakdown and preview of the spring game. Everything you need to know to get ready, including top storylines, players to watch for, what I'm most looking forward to offensively, defensively from the Gamecocks. Also projected my spring game MVP. A lot of exciting stuff. And guys, again, content bleeding out the eyeballs all day long. I'll have plenty of clips and stuff like that. Previewing the spring game and just really excited, man. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. Today, tomorrow, like I said, we let's see. Today, tomorrow, we've got okay. So Luke RJ asking, what's my schedule tomorrow? I'll start even today. After this, I'm going to go to the gym, normal daily routine. We are going to swing by the Gamecock Bourbon event tonight at Bourbon on Main, and we'll stop by there for a little bit. Shake some hands, exchange some merch, all that good stuff, have some bourbon and food, of course. Then go out to Founders Park tonight for the game. Tomorrow, going to be a low-key night tonight. Tomorrow, going to the baseball game at 1 o'clock, Luke. That is the plan. I've got family and friends that are coming into town. My sister's actually running the Cocky 5K in the morning. So they'll be coming in town for that. The plan is we're all going to go to the baseball game. And then after the game was over, we were going to walk over to Williams-Brice Stadium around 4 o'clock or so and just partake in all the festivities, if you will, because there's plenty of tailgates going on, all that stuff. But I don't really, Luke, have like a set schedule tomorrow. I know at some point I'm meeting up with my good buddy, another Travis, by the way, meeting up with my guy Cocky Lids, though. He's got a little special something for yours truly that I'm really, really looking forward to getting, and you guys will see it on social media. But yeah. So let's see somebody. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Apparently the Chris Lowe article. Chris Lowe dropped an article about Spencer Rattler today. And in the article, it says this. There's a buzz around Columbia, especially given the way Beamer found a way to squeeze out 7 wins in his first season. It's only grown louder as South Carolina fans anticipate Rattler's debut on September 3rd against Georgia State. Stroll through campus, the 5 Points Bar District in Columbia, or even other towns scattered throughout the state, from Greenville to Rock Hill to Pawleys Island, and you're bound to see somebody wearing a Beamer Rattler 22 shirt or hat. How about, Chris Lowe showing love to the brand. Showing love to the brand, my guy. Let's go. And guess what? Yours truly is going to be rocking tomorrow. Beamer Rattler, baby. Let's go. Dude, love to see that. Love to see that. Abso-freaking-lutely love to see that. Holy smokes. What a vibe. What a time. Shout out Chris Lowe for the love. That's incredible. That's incredible. Anyways, guys, 843-790-3377. That's 843-790-337. Some really cool stuff. Again, Chris Lowe. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. That's wild. That is wild, truly. That is wild. Yeah, that's wild. Like I said, guys, less than 10 minutes to go here on a Friday. Again, thank you all so much, by the way, for the thank you all so much for the love and support, man. Truly, it's another successful week in the books. Another successful week now, and it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing week after week after week. Week after week, we continue to do this, and you guys continue to show up and show out, man, and call in, and you know, you guys help me make it possible for me to fulfill a dream, really. I mean, just to pursue my passions and dreams and fuel those things. So thank you. Gamecock Fanatic says, is there like any chance our baseball team can turn the season around? I mean, Gamecock Fanatic, is there a chance? I mean, sure, there's a chance. There's a chance we could win every game we have left. Is it likely? No. 16-17, 4-9 in SEC play, 23 games left. And you've got, you've still got a lot of SEC ball to play. You got 17 SEC games left. After this weekend, it will be the halfway point of the SEC season. Can you technically still get to 15-15? Yes. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Do I think it's going to happen? No. Is there a chance, Gamecock Fanatic? Sure. But I just don't see where it's going to come from. I mean, are you all of a sudden, you've been a porous hitting team through 33 games, right? Are you all of a sudden just going to start, you're going to hit, 370 for the second half of the year, and, or on the mound, are guys that haven't pitched all that well, are they just all of a sudden going to turn to dudes that they're not for the last 23 games? I just don't see it. You know what I mean? I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I mean, is it possible? Sure. Baseball's a funny game, man. Baseball's a funny game. You never know what might happen. I mean, it really, truly. But if I have to predict it, no, I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. So, do not see it happening. And I hate that. I do. I hate that. I really do hate that. But, it is what it is. So, just is what it is. I swear I'm happy on this Friday. Baseball is it's just a mess. It's just a flat out mess. Anyways, guys, we're going to have a great Friday. It's a beautiful day in the city. Going out to the Gamecock Bourbon event, like I said. I am going to go to the baseball. You know what? I guess a bad night at Founders Park is better than a good night doing anything else. I'm not even sure I believe that. Luke RJ, thoughts on Scotty Scheffler winning the Masters? Really good player. I'm not shocked. He was ranked number 1 in the world for a reason, but it's crazy, man. I actually worked at Sage Valley for a while when I was in college and stuff like that, like a while ago. And I was out there the year caddying the Junior Invitational. I was out there the year that he won that. So, yeah, I saw Scotty Scheffler's game a long time ago, and he's legit, man. He's for real. Scotty Scheffler's a real player. So, yeah, not surprising at all. The dude's a stud, and I think if you listen to him talk about his faith and his family, very, very, very grounded human being. And I think that has a lot to do with why he's having such success. I really do. I just think that, when you're solid in your faith like that and you're solid, just he's not defined. He's not defined by winning the Masters. You know what I mean? He's not defined by even being a pro golfer. And that makes it much easier for him. That makes it much easier for him to just be himself. Just to be himself and just play and be loose. So let's see. The Gamecock Block Party at Founders Park, sponsored by Pemina Shirt, will move to Gamecock Village prior to the Garnet and Black spring game. Gamecock Park parking lots will open at 3, and for first come, first serve, Gamecock Village opens at 3:30. Okay, so gotcha. Interesting. Very interesting. Again, guys, check out the podcast that dropped this morning. Full breakdown of the spring game, everything you need to know, from top storylines to players to watch for to, what I'm most looking forward to from the spring game itself. Going to be a lot of fun. I know we're all really, really excited. We're all really fired up. And again, I'm challenging Gamecock fans. I mean, I know probably most all of you, if not all of you in this chat, are going to be coming out, but let's do the damn thing, bro. Let's put a big crowd in there. I mean, we're gonna have recruits on campus. Shane Beamer's building something special in Columbia. You got Spencer Rattler. Why not, man? It's a celebration. Tomorrow is a celebration for the fans. It's celebrating this football team completing a successful spring practice. Let's have us a damn time. Let's have us a time, folks. Why not? Why not? Let's have us a time. So if you can, get out there. If you can, get out there. Why not? Kakituan says, Poncho in hand. Well, Kakituan, it should stop raining by like 2 or 3. You're going to be fine, my guy. It's not going to rain at the spring game. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to pull out the Big Cock Club rain jacket tomorrow. Maybe I'll have to do that. Maybe that is the vibe for tomorrow. Maybe that's the vibe. Yep. Maybe that's it. So, I don't know. Again, guys, just a couple of minutes to go. Like I said, check out the podcast. Normal schedule next week. Daily Crow podcast. Podcast will drop Monday, Wednesday, Friday, of course. Daily Crow will be noon to 2, Monday through Friday. Of course, all week next week, normal schedule. So no need to fret there. There will be no Tin Roof show next week due to Tin Roof's got some special event they're doing or something like that. Also, it works out because baseball plays on that Wednesday at 6 o'clock at Winthrop. Greg Bedinger going to be at Seawells. Probably not, Greg. Probably not. I think we're just going to head over. We're going to go to the baseball game, leave that about 4 o'clock, and then walk over to, Gamecock Park where all the festivities are going down. I think that's probably going to be the move. So I thought about throwing my own tailgate, man, but with all the family and friends I've got coming in town that I'll be hosting and the baseball game at 1, and it felt like so many moving pieces, and the university's putting on events and stuff like that too. So it's like, why not just go out there and partake in that? And I promise, though, I will let you all know exactly where we're going to be. You will know. You will know. Bottom line, you're all going to know. I promise. So you have nothing to fear. Luke RJ, great way to close it, my guy. Beamer ball to the freaking moon, folks. Beamer ball to the moon. God, tomorrow's going to be fun. Seeing Spencer Rattler, seeing all the new guys, and really being out with all of you, just hanging out with Gamecock fans, man, enjoying it, getting back into Willie B. What a blast. What a blast it's going to be. Thank God there's something to distract us from the baseball team. But hey, no, seriously, man, I can't wait to see you guys and interact with you guys. Matt Sellers, first time going to Founders. How far is the walk? It's probably about a 20-minute walk, Matt, to be honest with you, but I'm going to do it. So, guys, we've hit 2 o'clock. Great week. Again, another great week in the books. Like I said, listen to the podcast, full spring game breakdown and preview, everything you need to know. And like I said, man, You guys reach out to me if you need anything. I will let you all know exactly where we're at, but can't wait to hang out with you all, meet a bunch of great Gamecocks. Hey, enjoy the spring game tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Have a fantastic and safe weekend. Folks, y'all take care. Have a great rest of your Friday and a great weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.